I'm just here. What's going on there?
Hey, actually, okay. Check. Nadine.
All right, give me one.
Nadine, we need you over here at the stage. Okay, there's a snake on its way over here, so folks in the crowd make way for the snake's going to be coming over towards the stage. I believe so, yeah, right here. If you can hear me, I'm pointed in this direction, the snake's coming through. Nini, actually, I think they're changing their route. They're going to go closer to Biden here.
I was looking to see if I have like a stack of Christmas pumpkins in my room. Madison. I was looking to see if there was anything like.
Keep it in the soil! 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 Okay.
The snake is getting set up.
Did you guys find everybody?
Thank you.
Just
Follow.
I think there was an extra one. Let me go this way. Let me go around here. Mine.
Hey, snake handlers, can you hear me? Woo, 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 woo. Snake handlers, we're moving the snake. We're bringing the snake around the truck. So go wide. Give yourself a big wide berth. Move away. Make a big wide berth around the truck. And then we're going to have the head come loop back around. So go close to the building museum. Stretch out, look up, stretch out your snake. This is our practice run. You look beautiful, black snake. There you go. Now Jesse, on the head. Jesse, woo, 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 woo. You can come back this way. Snake around. And we're gonna put the snake and the head down on here, right? Yeah. Snake and head is gonna come here, but keep the big bulk of the snake out big. Go towards the building museum. Hey, people on the snake, go that way a bit. Make it bigger, make it bigger. There you go. Nice. Yeah, and the snake head is going to come here. Do you want it up here? Yeah, it's coming up here. So you watch the people in front of you, talk to the people in front of you and behind you. Practice going up and down, sideways with the snake. We'll have people help. Make the snake come alive, because then we're going to make sure it's not alive anymore at the end. Go wide, go wide. There we go. The snake can sit on it. All right, you're looking really great. Okay, this looks good. So I think there's going to be a rally here, and I'm going to pass it over to Dallas. While we're at the rally, please put the snake, let the poles hit the ground so you don't have to work so hard. Right? Okay. Thank you.
Where the singers? Where's our singers at? Come up here to the front here. Okay, just logistical housekeeping stuff. For all our allies and relatives who are here, even for our native folks who come a long ways, the folks carrying this snake will need help switching in and out. So by all means, ask a friend, hey, can I switch out with you? And we can switch it off because it is windy. So if you are able to, carry the snake. We're going to ask you please step up to the plate as throughout the program as well as on the march. So we need folks to step in to help carry this the black snake here. They're gonna sing a song. They're gonna sing a song, so you don't have to sing a song. Okay. Right. Come around. Oh, actually, come on up. It's gonna be up and down. The singers are gonna come up and sing. Yeah. All the way out. And then, no, they stay up here.
that song. That was really awesome. Hello everybody, my name is Katie Peltier. I am a member of the Standing Rock Sioux Nation and also the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians. I am 16 years old and I'm very thankful to be here today.
Hello, my name. Okay. Hello, my name's Ethan Blackfox. I am a member of the Standing Rock Sioux Nation. I am 18 years old and I'm happy to be here. Hello, my name is Memphis Yellow. I'm from Standing Rock and I'm 18 years old. Thank you.
Hamanakiapi, Chante Washare, Napechu Zapi, Maya Reynolds and Machiapi. Hello everybody, I shake your hand with a good heart today. My name is Maya Reynolds and I am 19 years old and I am from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe.
Before we get started, I want to let everybody know that this is being live streamed, so whoever can, if you could take out your phone right now, and on Facebook you can go to Respect Our Water or the Standing Rock Youth Council Facebook page and share all of our live videos so that the people that aren't here with us today can still have the opportunity to see this. So we have come to Washington, D.C. for this peaceful demonstration because the Dakota Access Pipeline is currently and has always been operating illegally. And Line 3 is currently putting Anishinaabe land in danger of being contaminated. We feel the need to let the Biden administration and the whole world know that we as Indigenous people are done being silenced. We will not allow our sacred lands and waterways to continue to be desecrated. The use and construction of these pipelines needs to stop. Are we ready to put an end to it? Are we ready to put an end to this?
So our ancestors told us that there was going to be a big black snake coming to attack our people, but there was only one way we could defeat the big black snake, and it is that we stand together in peace and prayer and kill this black snake, but that's the only way we can do it. So we are here today to kill this big black snake in peace and prayer and united.
April 1st, 2016 was the first day that the Sacred Stone Camp was erected near the path of the Dakota Access Pipeline. What started out as a handful of campers grew into what became the 10th largest in North Dakota. We would like the world to know that we fought the Dakota Access Pipeline with no fear and never gave up. To speak on this, we would like to invite our first speaker onto the stage. Morgan Brings Plenty is a youth organizer and social media intern for the Indigenous Environmental Network. They were part of the original fight against Keystone XL and was a water protector at both the Sacred Stone Camp and Ocheti Shakoni. They will read the statement written by the first camper at the Sacred Stone Camp.
Midakiapi, Owiskawi Machiapi, Chante Washte Napechi Zahapi, Cheyenne River Amataha. Hello, my relatives. My name is White Earring. In American English, my name is Morgan Brings Plenty. I greet you all with a heartfelt handshake. I am from Cheyenne River. My mother is Wambali Wiakonwi, or Eagle Feather Woman. In American, she is known as Joy Braun. My mother and I have been fighting pipelines a long time. I was a teenager, just 15, when we started fighting the Keystone XL. And when our relatives from Standing Rock called and asked for help fighting this black snake. The Dakota Access Pipeline. My mother didn't hesitate. She asked the youth from Cheyenne River if they were ready to fight another pipeline, and we said yes. My mom, along with the youth, went to Standing Rock to see how far we can mobilize the fight. There were community meetings, and it was decided that a spirit camp was going to be put up. On April 1st, 2016, tribal citizens of Standing Rock, Lakota Nation, and the allied Lakota, Dakota citizens in Dakota, under the group names Chante Tinsha Kinazipo, founded the Sacred Stone Camp near the confluence of the Missouri and Cannonball rivers near Cannonball in so-called North Dakota. Today, April 1st, is the 5th anniversary of the founding of that camp. My mother, along with her cousin, Wiyaka Eagleman, were the first campers of the New Spirit Camp. She could not be here today because of health issues, some of which are a direct result of the chemicals and brutality we faced during the months-long struggle on the ground. However, she sent a message to you all. And Joy Braun says, "My relatives, Morgan is delivering this message for me. I always say she's my mini-me. So I know it will get to you." That first day was cold, wet, and slushy on the ground. We didn't know what we were going to face in the coming months, but we laid the groundwork with prayer and ceremony. These battles are never short. They are long and filled with struggle. You will be tested like you have never been before. The power of prayer is strong. The struggle to fight DAPL and the intuitions of the government we faced off with who put every roadblock in our way, figuratively and literally, has not declared us from moving forward, and we will not stop until DAPL is shut down. And all these pipelines, like Line 3, are stopped. We know that we will win eventually. Today, on this 5th year anniversary, remember the sacrifices that have been made. Tribes from all over the world came to stand together unlike any other time in history. We changed the way so the world looks at us, and we changed the direction of how we fight, putting prayer first and indigenizing the struggle. 10 years ago, it was a struggle to get our voices as Indigenous people heard. Now we are recognized, not as we should be, but we are at least acknowledged in the movement. And no one can say they have not heard of Standing Rock. You youth did that. You the youth helped lead the way for our voice to be heard. And I look forward to the time when the injustices are righted. And we have built not only a world we dream is possible, but a world with hope, love, healing, and free from the fossil fuel addiction. Keep fighting. Keep the dream alive. We stand. We stand. We stand. We stand. We stand.
All right, thank you, Morgan. Next up, we have Oscar High Elk, joined by Jacelyn Charger, 2 Lakota relatives from the Cheyenne River Lakota Nation.
We come here today in a peaceful, in a prayerful, in a loving way. We are so glad to see all our relatives here today. It is a good day to be Indigenous. I am here today to ask the President Biden for a pardon on my charges, my false, bogus charges. I stood up against the KXL pipeline, and I encourage you all to sign the petition to drop the charges.
My name is Jacelyn Charger. I'm from the Cheyenne River tribe. I represent a small number of youth in my community called the Seventh Offenders. I created this organization because I recognized that our youth were not being heard, and that it's important to uplift our young voices into the transition of adulthood into this world we live in, an unjust world of BIPOC people being brutalized and terrorized by an unjust society. Hello? I too faced the KXL, and I am also facing charges up to a year in prison or in jail or locking down to a water pump station that was going to use our water to pollute our people, to pollute our community. I live not only 40 miles away from that pump station, so that encouraged me to protect my people and to stand what I believe in and protect not only the water for our young people here, but also for the future generations. So I want to thank you all for coming here, and I want to thank the runners who ran the first time. I want to recognize them for their sacrifices, for coming back, for facing this president who's doing lip service for our people. We did this once in 2016, those youth who ran from Standing Rock, South North Dakota to Washington, D.C. to hold accountable President Obama for the atrocities, for the lip service of the Standing Rock youth, and not only that of the Ocheti Shakoi. And I want to honor the youth today for the transition of the torch, for the passing of the fire. That you youth, we know what you are going through right now, what you are facing. We have stood where you stood, but no, you are not alone. We are going to be here beside you every step of the way. 1 pipeline, 2 pipelines, 3 pipelines, no DAPL, Dakota Access, KXL. These are all black snakes. These are all affecting our people. And we will stand together, united, as relatives, as one, eliminating these invisible lines that separate us called state lines, eliminating these res lines that separate us as a people, and coming together as one, and letting them know throughout 500 years of oppression, we are still here. We are still the Ocheti Shakoi. We are still the First Nations people of this turtle island. And we are here to protect it and to remind them that this is our land. We cannot trespass on stolen land.
From the Lakota Nation, we love you all.
Thank you, Oscar and Jacelyn. Now we are going to ask our next speaker to take the stage. Crystal Cavalier Keck is a member of the Okanichi Band of the Saponi Nation and is the founder of the Missing Murdered Indigenous Coalition of North Carolina. She is the chair of the Environmental Justice Committee of the NAACP. She works with the Native Organizers Alliance, and she is a community organizer against the proposed Mountain Valley Pipeline Southgate project. The Mountain Valley Pipeline is a natural gas pipeline that is to cross over 350 miles of land from West Virginia down to North Carolina. Mountain Valley Pipeline needs water permits from the Army Corps of Engineers to cross. They are fighting this project for the same reasons we are. Let's welcome Crystal. Mikudamin chin kiyohe, nahan pipi say, mi ma Crystal, mi ma Okanichi Saponi, mi ma Mebin Watiwa. So I just gave you a traditional Tutelo greeting. I said, my name is Crystal. You're welcome here. I'm a citizen of the Okanichi Band of the Saponi Nation, and I live in Mebane, North Carolina. This is my husband, Jason Campbell's Keck, Crazy Bear. So I'm fighting with my friend Desiree, wherever she is. Raise your hand, Desiree. We're fighting the Mountain Valley Pipeline and Mountain Valley Pipeline Southgate Extension. It's a fracked gas pipeline that's coming 303 miles from West Virginia, and it's picking up in Chatham, Virginia, coming all the way to Haw River, 5 miles from where I live. We are tired of these pipelines. It's been going on for several years. It is a fracked gas pipeline. They want to bore under several rivers, and then they want to run adjacent. This is terrible. It is going through Black and Indigenous communities, especially here in Alamance County and Rockingham in Chatham, Virginia. It is going through the homelands of the Okanichi, the Monacan, the Sara, and the Saponi tribes. we are still here and we are still fighting. So Jason, you want to sing this song?
It's a Mother Earth honoring song. Take away, Hana away. Hana away, take away, Hana away, Hana away, take away, Hana away. Hana away, take away, take away, Hana away, Hana away. Yako.
Meku, thank you.
Thank you, Crystal. Our next speaker is a lawyer and community organizer who lives in the Anishinaabe territories of so-called Michigan. She and her family have been supporting the fight against the Enbridge Line 5 fight for years. Enbridge's Line 5 pipeline is a fossil fuel pipeline that crosses Anishinaabe territory without consent. The tribes were never properly consulted about this pipeline, and now it runs about 23 million gallons of oil and natural gas liquids daily. Tribes in Michigan have been fighting Line 5 for years now, and we are so happy to have a community voice here with us who has been in tribal communities in Michigan for years. Let's get a round of applause for Holly Bird.
Miigwech, Shaskawaskwa, Indigenous Cause, Nimki and Dodom, Traverse City and Donjaba, San Felipe Pueblo and Donjaba, Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians community in Donjaba. Miigwech, everybody, thank you so much for being here today. And I'm going to tell you a little story. July 25th, 2010, B6, Enbridge's line B6, started leaking in the Talmadge Creek in Kalamazoo. Millions of gallons of oil went into the Kalamazoo River, ruining wetlands, killing over 730,000 animals, creating toxic homes. People are sick and people are dying still to this day. They went to clean it up and used their own insurance company to do it, and their own cleanup company they paid themselves to clean up, and it's still not clean, and people are still dying. This is the legacy of Enbridge. This is the legacy of the same people that hold Line 5 up in our straits and that hold Line 3 in Minnesota. This is what we call a company with unclean hands. There is blood on their hands. And there will continue to be blood on their hands as long as they have their oil in our water. Now, I come from Traverse City, Michigan. It's a beautiful place. It's paradise where we live. It's Anishinaabe territory. And we have treaty rights to the waters that we subsist on. We fish. We live on that water. The animals around us live on that water, and so does everybody else. And what do? Back in 1953, they put a pipeline through it. They violated our treaty rights, which required consultation. Never had it. My husband was the very first tribal council member that they consulted 3 years ago. And you know what they told him? When he asked him what kind of a plan they had to clean up the water if there was ever a leak under ice, they said they were going to take chainsaws, cut through the ice, and wick it out with pieces of wood. In essence, they told us they didn't have a plan. Now, I talked to somebody this morning for an environmental journalism class, a representative of Onbridge and I got to debate for this class. And I said to him, what's more important to you? The right to eat and live off the water that you grew up on? Or your right to make fucking money? Excuse my language. He didn't have a good answer. So I'm here to tell you there is lawsuits going on. We're fortunate we have an attorney general who finally decided to do something. She's in the process of suing Onbridge for the agreements that they have for taking out the Line 5, the aging Line 5 tunnel, which is already broken down and is supposed to be out by May. She's also suing on, we had a backwards governor, Governor Snyder, who headed up the Flint water scandal, still not cleaned up, by the way. And he did a backroom agreement with Onbridge to get this tunnel through. Now the tunnel is a direct violation of the natural law of the Anishinaabe with the water. It's a cultural violation, and it's a living violation. We can't live in water that's being polluted. We all know this, it's common sense. Oil pipelines are not subsistent with living and with life. They just aren't. I've spoken to them. I've spoken to their hearings. You know, they got a bottom line. This is the cheapest way of doing it. They know that solar energy is possible. They know that green energy is possible. In fact, they're investing in it. But they're dragging their feet and trying to build new pipelines. Why is that? Right? They're saying it's going to take time for us to peel back from fossil fuels. Well, then stop building your pipelines. There's only one bottom line for them, and it's not people. It's them and their money. So I'm calling out to you, President Biden. Thank you very much for coming today. And Lieutenant General Spellman, up there somewhere. We're telling you to do the right thing. You guys were put into place to protect us. We elected you. We put you there. Protect us, protect our water, make sure we can live with it. Miigwech, everyone.
All right. Oh. Can y'all hear me? All right, then. Thank you, Holly. And now we would like to invite Sarah Young Bear Brown to the stage. She's from the Meskwaki Nation down in Iowa, and the people there have also been fighting the Dakota Access Pipeline. Round of applause for Sarah.
Make sure everybody can see. Hello, my name is Sarah Young Bear, and I come from Washington from my home in Iowa. I'm from the Meskwaki Nation in Tama, Iowa. I'm deaf. I'm the mother of 2 children. And I've come all this way with my family and friends to stand in support of the Standing Rock Youth Council and all the people that will be affected by the potential dangers that comes with the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline in North Dakota and Enbridge Line 3 in Minnesota. I've come here to remind President Joe Biden of his commitment to all Native people. Should respect and honor the treaty and the rights of all tribes that were made with the federal government, including the people of Standing Rock Sioux Nation, and the Cheyenne River Sioux Nation, and the men and women of the Anishinaabe tribe. We need to stop these pipelines. The children and women that live on the Standing Rock Reservation and the Cheyenne River and the lands in Minnesota have the most to lose from the construction of these pipelines that carry dirty tar and sand oil. Their land and their water will be affected negatively when this pipeline breaks, and the damage eventually spreads to the population off of the reservation. The pipelines always break. We need to stop these pipelines. In North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and other places that are home to indigenous people, the threat to the health and the well-being of the environment is real. These pipelines do nothing to improve the lives of the people. They do nothing to improve the lives of the people they lay closest to, and they benefit only the companies that build them. It's time to put our natural environment and our indigenous people before the well-beings of these oil companies. Let's all work hard. Let's all work hard developing cleaner solutions to our energy needs. Again, we're asking President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris to stop the pipelines. Kill the black snake. I want you guys to repeat with me. Kill the black snake. Kill the black snake. Kill the black snake. Kill the black snake. Standing Rock.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And now we will have some of our SR youth come up here. Our Standing Rock youth come up here.
If we could have all the Standing Rock youth in the crowd to raise their fists for this, for the duration of this, and come up to the front as far up as you can possibly get. Try to stand together. Where's everybody at? Fists up. We want fists up if you can. Quit being Bucky. Everybody come up here. There's lots of room. All right, can we get our fists in the air, please? Thank you. We, the youth of the Standing Rock and Cheyenne River Nations, urge you to support us in asking President Biden to shut down the Dakota Access Pipeline. The continued dependence on fossil fuels is destroying our way of life and our Mother Earth.
5 years ago today, we began our historic battle against the Black Snake. The Dakota Access Pipeline by opening the Sacred Stone Camp. Shortly after that, the youth of our tribal nations brought worldwide attention to our fight by running across the country to hand deliver a petition to the U.S. government officials to urge them to stop construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline.
All right. People from all over the world joined us on our homelands at the Achete-Shakoi Resistance Camp. The Dakota Access Pipeline, which went through our treaty lands without consultation, is and has always been operating illegally and without proper permits. It puts the communities, lands, and waters of the Standing Rock and Cheyenne River Sioux Nations at risk.
We are doing this action today in solidarity and collaboration with our Anishinaabe relatives to the east, who are fighting Enbridge's Line 3 pipeline. Both projects are in violation of our treaty rights and have been improperly granted permits by the Army of Engineers. Permits by the Army of Engineers. Line 3 did not even receive an environmental impact statement to consider impacts upon the native communities. Line 3 didn't even receive an environmental impact statement to consider impact upon native communities.
We are demanding President Biden to stop these climate-destroying projects, consult with tribes, and help this country build back fossil-free. We have been given another opportunity to protect our water and respect the rights of Indigenous people and Mother Earth.
This is our moment. We are demanding once again to ensure that change begins with this administration. The problem is clear, and we need to move towards a solution. So please help lead our nation toward putting people over profit and keep the oil in the soil.
President Biden, you can help right or wrong by shutting down the Dakota Access Pipeline today. Be the climate president you claim to be.
Shut down DAPL! Stop Line 3! Build back fossil free!
Okay, we're gonna do some chants now.
Maniwi Choni!
Water is life!
Maniwi Choni!
Water is life!
Maniwi Choni!
Water is life!
We stand!
We stand!
For our brothers!
For our brothers!
And our sisters!
And our sisters!
We stand!
We stand!
For water!
For water!
For life!
For life!
We stand!
We stand!
For our people!
For our people!
For all nations!
For all nations!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
Fort Laramie!
1860!
What? And then we're gonna have Wabigan Ikwe. We're gonna have Silas Neeland, along with his chaperones, to speak about line 3. We'll be followed by Tara Huska, who closed the Grassroots rally.
Bonjour, Silas Neelan is my name. I am their clan and I am from the Whiters Reservation. I live in Rice Lake, Minnesota, which is located on the White Reservation. Rice Lake has one of the largest walled rice lakes in the world. Line 3 is 13 miles away, which is threatening our wild rice. Which is 13 miles. Which is 13 miles away, which is threatening our wild rice. So I came here to tell Biden to stop line 3 and shut down DAPL. We are not here to ask Biden, we're here to demand Biden to stop. Because he needs to learn to respect their treaties, our wild rice, and our water.
Don't like the treaties, give them back!
Bonjour, Indinuwe Magano. Wabagana Kwe Indigenous Cause, Aji Jakmin and Dudem, Odawa Zaga Iganing and Dujabak. My name is Wabagana Kwe. I am Crane Clan and I am from the Lakota Ray Band in Wisconsin. It is such an honor to stand in front of all of you today. We have traveled very far to be here today because that's how much stopping this pipeline means to us. For us, as well as for many of you here, we have put our lives on pause to fight for the water and the land. On the front lines, we are repeatedly putting our bodies through trauma to stop this pipeline, because that's what I would do for the water. The water has given me so many gifts, the least we can all do is show up for her. Through this fight, I've met so many brave, amazing, talented people who share a common goal to stop the destruction of our home. There are the obvious reasons to stop this pipeline from being built. They still are missing and murdered Indigenous women and relatives, and environmental impacts. To me, it has become personal. As a child, my culture was taken from me, I was put in foster care, and I was homeless throughout high school. There were people who knew about my situation, including people employed by the state government. I never felt cared for by those people. If we don't have a good relationship with the land, we can't be in good relations with each other. I want to stop line 3 so that more people can build a better relationship with the land and water so that they can go ricing and sugar bushing and build that community with other people and grow their own food and spend time with their children. I think that if youth like me had a community like the one I am part of now, our world would look a lot brighter than it does right now. Miigwech. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to the camp owners in Minnesota throughout this pipeline. There's Tasha Martineau of Camp Migiziu, Sasha Bolio of Red Lake Treaty Camp, Tanya Obdid, Shanae Madison, and Joe Hill of Camp Welcome Water Protectors. There's Tara Huska and Gnu of Namawak. And there is Don Goodwin, Nancy Marie Bolio, Yiliana Marie, and Deborah Toppin of Minoming on the Windug.
Alright. Guess I'm last, huh? Alright, Bonjour! How y'all doing? Yeah! Look, we're at another rally. Standing in front of the Army Corps yet again! Alright, Jabwe Kwe and Dishnakaz Makwan Dudame Goching and Dunjaba, Skigmiz Giza, so Pinigi Tabishka. My name is Tara. I'm Bear Clan from Couchiching First Nation. Been fighting Line 3 for almost like 6 years now, 7 years for some of us. And I have to say, I'm tired of this shit. We said no. Just like these people in front of us. They said no. The last time I was here, it was at a rally just like this one, talking about Dakota Access Pipeline and how those people said no. Here we are all these years later, the court said, oh yeah, they were right. We should have listened, but it was already built. And we're coming from my territory where we're fighting all out. We got 3 different tribal nations suing, saying no. People chaining themselves to equipment, people chaining themselves to all of the machines that are building this terrible, destructive force through our territory. Through our wild rice beds, through our rivers, through our waters. Through the headwaters of the Mississippi River, that's where these guys want to send tar sands from Alberta. To the shore of Lake Superior. It's madness and it just keeps on going, right? Like these guys just keep on going. So my message really isn't for them so much today. Because they've heard this, they know what the difference between right and wrong. It continues to just be, well, what's in the best interest of greed and how do we balance this out with like the kind of like pushback we'll get. And it's shameful, it is. It's fucking shameful. And I'm tired of it. I mean, honestly, we do this so much. We stand in front of places like this, so they do the right thing. They should have done the right thing in the first place. Which is respecting Indigenous sovereignty, respecting when we say no. We are nations that existed before this country, we still exist today. My message is for all of us, for all these young people who ran, for these young people who continue to stand, for all of us to learn to support and see that clear vision of the future, which is a future that is not based in greed, and it is not based in mitigation of a sacred place being destroyed. The sacred should not be destroyed. We have a choice as human beings about what we're gonna do. I encourage all of you to take your stand, to find your bravery, to stand with our mother. It is important that we come together and we build community like this, but we have to stand with her also. She needs us so badly. I'm honored to be with the people that I'm here with. I just got arrested with some of them last week in a sacred lodge on our land and watched the corporate state cutting apart a Waginogani afterwards, a sacred lodge. It was shameful, but that's on them, right? They don't even know what they're doing and what price they might have to pay for that. So Biden, do the right thing for once. We're tired. We've been tired, but we're gonna keep on fighting, and this isn't gonna stop. None of us are going to stop. We're gonna keep on pushing until the right decisions are made. So miigwech, appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate all of your stands and your bravery and your hard work. Please find your way to the beautiful territory and stand with us. And I know Silas wanted us to sing the Nibi song, right? All right. Do you want me to start, or do you know the song?
The Nibi song was inspired by Doreen and Sharon Day when asked by her son Makun, how do we tell the water we love her in our language? You can find this version on Facebook on Native Roots Radio, sung by A. Ira Jagger, miigwech.
Okay. Sure, I can start.
No more the Indigenous women and our relatives. That's what we're here for. And to honor our youth that traveled all this way and all the people that helped them come here. Thank you very much. This is very important. This is very important. This is very important. And I thank you. And no more lines, no more nothing. We want fossil free. We want a clean economy. We want green. And that's what we need to all do. So the warriors are out on the line. But I also see the warriors are in the rice beds. They're in the water. They're gathering. They're hunting. And are treated rights as the Anishinaabe and the other tribes around us too. So that's why we're here. We're here for our youth and for our future 7 generations to come. And we need clean water. And we're demanding it. And we will not stand aside any longer.
Okay, thank you. Now we're gonna get some stuff set up here, so.
We're gonna be ready, we're gonna do a petition delivery over here, so we're getting ready.
We're doing a petition delivery. It's been a long fight, but we're not done yet. And we're gonna continue to do this as long as it takes. Only 3% of the world's population is Native American or indigenous people, but when it comes to fights for the environment, indigenous people make up 80% of that. So we are still here and we still have a big voice, even though we only make up that small 3%.
Is that it right there?
We're gonna start now?
Google it.
So we've compiled a couple 100,000 petitions, and we are now prepared to deliver them to the Army Corps of Engineers.
Right here delivering. Right here facing us. Right here facing us. Right here facing us. We're going to do what they say, but we want the boxes facing us stacked up. Outside of the ballot. Everybody stay outside of the ballot, please.
Yeah, gotta protect that concrete over people. Want them all together? Or higher? I don't know. They're gonna lay down, so I think it's this. Yeah. Sorry.
Let's move these over here.
Okay. So we asked a couple of youth to deliver the petitions for us. They are asking silent Department of send the petitions to the Army Corps of Engineers.
Outside of the ballot.
Everybody outside of the ballot, please. Sir. Yeah. Hey, honey.
We're going to clear out this area of one last final moment in this area right in front of me. So we got to clear this out. Clear out right here in the middle. Look at these meters. Good. Clear out the pipeline. You stay here. Yes, please. Clear out here.
I want to ask everybody to clear this plaza area with the exception of our indigenous youth that are here today. That
You're
travel
near me right here. We got to clear this out. We have a closing photo moment right here. Pipeline, I believe. Is that right?
Guys, creators hearing us. Water is life. You guys see that? We got rain for just a second. Yep, so just our indigenous youth right here in this area. Everybody else, ask that you clear out.
Okay, our youth who are participating in this action, come on over. If you're not participating in this action here, if you don't have a ring, please not your lantern, step off the sidewalk at this moment.
Isaac.
Yeah, I'm ready to move to LA. I can't do it.
Are we right now?
What are we doing?
All the youth who are participating in this part, you should know who you are. Come on up.
Hey, media, let's all back up a little bit, give some space to breathe. Thank you. Back it up a little bit more, please. You get the nice wide shot.
Yeah, it's been a while. Good. It's been a lot of travel. I've just got my vaccine, so this month. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y'all like that rain? Put the exclamation point on it.
Like nothing has been fast. Like in Denver, they can get rain. It's also Denver.
Right there, profiting off of.
Okay, so at this time we will be performing a die-in. So what this die-in is, it is a representation of all the people whose lives have been cut short due to COVID-19 and also fossil fuels. So we will start with a moment of silence, and then Isaac Weston will be singing a song for us. So if you'll join me in a moment of silence. Media people, if you could take just a couple steps back, that'd be perfect. Thank you. That concludes the rally. Now it's time to get ready to march. Are we ready to march?
Okay, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna give some direction to the snake. This snake is gonna be marching. We're gonna be going towards the White House.
That was pretty expressive.
I want to give just again another friendly reminder. If you're here, allies, relatives,
It's the same one, a few days ago.
please swap in and out with folks carrying the snake. So we do need help, folks, to swap in and out. So ask a friend, hey, can I switch places with you? I can carry the snake as we move forward. What you're seeing is a 300-foot black snake that was made. And the black snake, as was mentioned before, represents the pipelines that are crossing indigenous lands, that are crossing stolen lands. And so we're gonna, please, just make sure you swap out folks, because it's gonna be a bit arduous marching with the wind as we move towards the White House.
You can't do them that many times. Like, but I'm on like a site that basically like lets them like for like credit. Is that associated with the work that you do, or is that just? It's just based on like. So I mean, theoretically, like I have different areas of expertise that somebody can say like this thing that I know about. So like it might be just basically like media, social media.
Okay, I need.
That's cool. Yeah. So I actually don't know which site it is.
Isaac.
It's probably a Google, Facebook. Yeah. Right. Well, anyway, I'm hoping they march like quickly because it's not. It's like half an hour fast. No, I know. I mean, like, I hope they start soon so that I get it. Because I have to. I have to cut it in one. It's 12:28 right now. So I have a phone call in a half hour. So I'm like, hoping that's close. You know what I mean? I think it'll be. You're not going to go home before though, are you? No.
Okay.
No. I'm going to take.
Our relatives, Standing Rock, Shine River, Anishinaabe, and Meskwaki folks. Our MVP relatives, line 5, make your way over behind me. There's a cart that has some speakers on it. So Isaac Weston, who just sang the song.
Hey. How's it going? Can you take a picture of me with the snake? I wanna.
Oh yeah, sure. Do you want to be near the head or just?
Like, so we can see the snake.
Okay.
Watch your heads. Watch as the.
I want to pose it and say, no. Trying to blend in, with the stick. Okay.
Sorry.
Dapple, KXL, line 3, line 5.
You're trying to blend into the snake? Oh, I get the joke.
We're going to get lined up for the march.
Did you get my point?
Does that work? Like, it's like a stick into it? Like, is that what you're trying to?
We don't see the stick. Okay, that's another way.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you marching?
I have a phone call at 1. So I'm marching until wherever they are at 1, yeah.
Where you are right now?
Yes, the same place. Yeah.
So you're covering for them?
Yes.
Cool.
Just filming video, nothing big. I missed the rally, so, but I'll get what I can get. Let's see how many photographers I can piss off with this thing.
Is it good?
Yeah, no, it's good. I just got a couple weeks ago.
Get it right into like the AP's main photo or something.
Fencing. Oh, hey, Monty.
Like an A+ outcome would be for your photos in the feature. I have to. There's probably some freelance reasons to say why I'm not that.
Okay, we're going to get ready. The snake is going to be marching alongside the front at the same time. We're going to go to the end of the block and line up at the end of the block. So let's start walking down towards the end of the block.
I'm feeling that bass. Yeah. Got a long enough stick there, Alejandro?
No, I never have a long enough stick.
Too my live audience. This is Alejandro. You may know him. Look at the length of this GoPro
made
stick.
a significant breakthrough in my career.
This man is out of
Money
control.
on a 10-foot long selfie stick.
Nobody needs 10 feet of stick. High capacity assault.
It's not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
We need common sense stick form. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
She done that, it was my luck, it was this. But I wanted to see if you had the heart to tell me to my head out. But you don't have all the equipment, you need to get that lighter. So we okay to tell us that you not get the lighter.
It's a living thing. It's you a living case.
Okay, we're moving. This first block or two, we're figuring out our pace, okay? So, we all do good. Come on.
You guys are awesome! Woo!
Well, we go straight line so we can get. Okay. Yep. Keep chanting there.
under attack? Stand up, strike back. What do you do when your water's under attack? Stand up, strike back. What do you do when your people are under attack? Stand up, strike back. What do you do when your non-binary cousins are under attack? Stand up, strike back. What do you do when your people are under attack? Stand up, strike back. What do you do when your land is under attack? Stand up, strike back.
All right, so the march is still ongoing, but I actually have a call at 1 p.m., so I will keep sort of tracking the situation, but I'm actually going to be cutting the live stream here. So with that, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will have HD footage up later, if not possibly a part 2 of the live stream. So thanks for watching.